Happy Tuesday, guys. Today's home workout is a CrossFit Open workout. It was from the 2020 Open, the second workout. It was 4 dual dumbbell thrusters, 6 toes to bar, and 24 double unders. Now, we can give you some variations to do at home, so an open, an at-home friendly open workout version of this workout. It would be 4 dual dumbbell thrusters. You can use other objects at home, so maybe as far as using a soup can as a dumbbell, or if you want, using some kind of pillow or something like that, and you can use those 2 objects for your thrusters. 6 toes to bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, we can go for some V-sits or holding on to a steady object behind us, so a static object, lying down on the floor, back against the floor, holding on to it and trying to lift our legs up, and that can mimic our toes to bar today. Then double unders, if you don't have them, single skips or jumping up in the air and double tapping our sides to mimic the coordination of the rope. The goal of this workout is to keep a continuous pace where we don't slow down, take big breaks. So a good way to kind of think about it is find that time per round that you're going to stick to for this workout. So this could be every 2 minutes you want to finish a round, or every 90 seconds, or it's going as far as trying to do a round every minute on the minute. Now, as you come down, the intensity is going to get higher and higher, and you want to think about what is manageable for you to hold on to at least for 15 minutes. The last 5 minutes is where you want to kind of give it your all and push through, and maybe try to break your pace by going faster than what you intended to do in the beginning. And ideally, that's where you want to kind of maximize your reps, maximize your rounds in the 20 minutes. This is the AMRAP 20s in general are usually just kind of mental games. Like if you have low repetitions of movements and you have a long period of time, you have a lot of transitions in between, so it starts to kind of get in your head. But really just focus on your timing, focus on staying on the clock the entire time to kind of take your mind off of it, and focus on your movement too, just how it feels as you're going through it. After the workout, guys, we're going to do some Bulgarian Squats, 3 and 3 per side. So use this as a stretch and a strengthening tool, especially at the bottom range of motion. Just kind of hold it for a little bit, feel that stretch, and really try to activate those muscles like the hamstrings and the glutes, and a little bit of the core too, so you're not hinging forward to really maximize that afterburner. So overall, guys, hope you enjoy the workout and the afterburner. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up video. Alright guys, so for the warm-up today, we're starting off with some mobility. We're starting off 3 and 3 single arm camshafts. So we're working on that shoulder blade, that scap, really trying to get that moving and create some awareness for ourselves as we get towards that workout. So for that camshaft, guys, I want you to start off with your arm nice and straight, elbow locked out. From here, guys, what we want to do is kind of mimic a cylindrical or circular motion when we do this. So what I would start off with is push your shoulder blade forward without twisting at the spine or anything like that, or through the midline. Then you're going to lift that shoulder up, retract, and as you're retracting, you're pulling your shoulder blade down, and then back forward again. We're going to be going for 3 per side, or 3 in one direction, 3 in the opposite direction, really going slow and feeling where that shoulder blade is in space. This is going to give us some awareness, get that proprioceptive system fired up and ready to go. So 3 on that one side, the clockwise and the counterclockwise direction, then do the same thing on the opposite side. Again, really trying to go in that circular or like elliptical motion for your shoulder there. Next thing, guys, we're going to get those hips a little bit loosened up. Same mobility kind of drill for that as well. We're going to get into about a squat stance, knees bent, and we're going to think about trying to push our left hip into our left hand there. So we're going to tilt that hip to the left there, then go back into center, then push out to that right position. Really trying to isolate that hip on its own as we do this. We're going to go for 3 lateral glides of the hips, per side, really trying to keep motion just in the lateral plane rather than the forward and back plane there. Once you finish that, guys, we're going to go into 2 sets for our warm-up and activation, which is a hollow hold to start off with. So we're going to come down to the floor. Again, with that hollow hold, keep the legs straight, round that back and sit back until your legs are off the ground, the upper back is off the ground. Hands can be by your side or overhead. Keeping the core nice and engaged. 20-second hold. Once you're done, we're going to go for 20 flutter kicks. So 10 flutter kicks per side. Once you're done that, guys, we're going to go into a single leg glute bridge, and we're going to add a press in that position as well. So make sure you have an object that you're comfortable with pressing from that horizontal plane. You'll only need one. As you do this, you're going to be pressing from that one side. So I'm going to be holding that kettlebell on my right arm there. And I'm going to sit back into that glute bridge. From here, I'm going to do a single leg glute bridge on my left side, then press with my right. Lower the right side, bring that left leg down. I'm going to do that for 6 reps on that side before I switch. So again, single leg press, then push up with that kettlebell, back down, and then lower again. This will really challenge both your glutes and hamstrings, but also your midline stability as you're in that position. So we're going to do 6 on one side, 6 on the other side for 12 total. Then from there, guys, we're going to go into some more pressing. This time we're going to use 2 objects. So I want you guys to get into that kneeling position. Hips are open all the way, and we're going to go for some alternating presses. So we're going to press one overhead. As the opposite comes down, we're going to switch and press the opposite kettlebell. We're going to go for 10 alternating reps here. And as you do this, guys, really try to watch out that you don't twist around. Keep the core engaged, keep everything nice and tight as you go through those 10 reps. Finally, guys, in that 2 sets, the last movement will be the dead stop kettlebell swing. So usually we kind of keep the kettlebell swings going continuously. We're going to stop at the bottom each time and really emphasize the drive through our legs to get the kettlebell overhead. So kind of like a ground to overhead here, guys, with the kettlebell in between our feet, chest up nice and tall. We're going to think about driving hard through the legs and then continue that pull with our elbows and lock that dumbbell or kettlebell overhead. So what it looks like from that side profile, I'm here, locking up straight overhead, starting from that bottom position each time. 2 sets of that, guys, to get that activation going, and once you're done, we'll see you next for the movement standards. Try to use just one object for those thrusters, so we're going to hold that in the front rack position. We're going to come down, again, nice and controlled, just like that sumo deadlift, coming down with control on the way up. Be explosive with the hips and drive that object straight overhead. Make sure, again, with that squat on the way down, we're staying tall with those elbows, making sure they don't drop at the bottom.
The final move is the V-sit. Remember, guys, you can challenge yourselves with a weight between the heel, or you can do a total bar if you have a pull-up bar at home. So for the V-sit, first progression, you can just do a sit-up. So you can get a nap mat under your back or a towel, roll up a shirt, whatever. We're just gonna come all the way up, touch the shoes, come back down. You can use your arms. Those are a bit too easy for you. For 3, it's probably gonna be a bit too easy. You can switch to a jackknife. So in a jackknife, we start off in that hollow body position. The knees come in towards the chest. The V-sit is very similar, except now we're keeping our legs locked out, and we're trying to bring our arms overhead and then bring the hands in towards the toes. If you don't touch the toes, that's okay. You're just gonna try to get as close as you can, and you're gonna try to keep everything nice and straight.
For those double unders, if you have them, Let's work on those double unders today. If you're at that 30 range, for example, see if you can break them up into sets of 20. Or if you want to try seeing if you can do bigger sets today, this is the great day to try and start, or a great workout to start doing that. If you don't have double unders, let's go single skips, or we can go for some running skips here, guys. Also, you can use that previous option from before, which is the double tap hop. So you're gonna keep the feet together, you're gonna jump up, double tap your sides for 60 reps total. Alright guys, hope you enjoy the workout. So we have some, for the afterburner, we have some Bulgarian Squats. So you guys can use this as a stretch, or if you want to use it as an accessory just to strengthen build the legs, you can do that as well. For these Bulgarian Squats, we're doing 3 per side, and I want you to pause at the bottom for 5 seconds. So you guys, if you have a box, use a box. You can do it off your couch, so off the edge of your couch. You're going to put one foot on that object so that you're elevated off the ground. You're concentrating on that front leg. You might have to adjust that front leg based on how you come down. So if you find your knees tracking way far over the heels and your heels are raising up off the ground, you might want to bring that foot out a little bit further so you're nice and planted. So play around with that so your foot is planted to the floor. If you have good ankle mobility, you can bring your foot in a little bit more. If not, just push your foot out so you can stay nice and grounded the entire time. So, Bulgarian squat, guys, squeeze the hip, the one that's on the couch or whatever it is. You're gonna come down as low as you can, keep the knee in line with the big toe, chest nice and tall. Hold for that 5 seconds. Once you're nice and controlled, drive through that front leg and stand it up. Make sure this hip doesn't wander out on you, so you don't want that hip to face out on an angle. Try to keep everything nice and straight and in front of you. So 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Take a break. Make sure you're doing 5-second pauses at the bottom so you can really feel the bottom position for that stretch and to strengthen that leg. Hope you guys will enjoy the afterburner. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.